Stomper Fun by Fours with raw power to tackle just about anything you throw their way. And come four-wheel driving back for more and more. Battery not included. Change tires and tackle the tough outdoors. Headlights blazing the way. Wheels turning and churning, pulling you up to the action.
Stompers!
Stomper Fun by Fours, first in four-wheel fun. Each sold separately from Shopper.
Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of my toy collection. Today I have my Stomper by Shopper collection. Some of you out there may not know what a Stomper is. It seems more and more I talk about Stompers to people, some people they just don't know what they are. If they're within a specific age range, because they didn't last very long. They weren't around for a whole long time. These came out as early as 1982, I believe. And I have a couple from the first run. I have two of the four trucks that were released when they first came out, so I'm going to go ahead and show you those. Alright, I got the Bronco here. Now, the thing with Stompers is they're just most of these they're just cars, pretty much. They come apart. There's the chassis for it. Takes one AA battery. The motor's in there. Most of them have a light. This one, the light's missing. It just came off during play, I'm sure. And you'll notice the tires there. The tires have all these ridges, I guess you would call them. It's so when you turn it on, they can go and they can like crawl over things. But this one still works. I mean, it really was a simple toy. But, you know, for kids, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old, this was cool. They had like a little Hot Wheels-like car that you could turn on, and it would just go itself. All right, the next one I have is another. It looks like another Bronco pickup. I'm not sure. I'm looking on the bottom. It doesn't tell me what it is. Unfortunately, it's just another one of the trucks in the series of 4. This one too still works. You can see this one here. I don't think the lights work on this guy either. Now you can see the bulb and it's broken in there. And real quick here, this here it looks like a Stomper. It is a Shopper Stomper. It just has no batteries. This was a McDonald's giveaway. These were popular enough that McDonald's got a whole line of their own that they gave out with the Happy Meals. Unfortunately, they didn't use batteries, so you would just, you know, it was fine. Kids still like it. It's like just like having an off-road, you know, Hot Wheels or Matchbox car. All right, and then I have this big one here. This is the Stomper Overdrive series of vehicles. Unfortunately, the motor on this one doesn't work anymore. I did, however, order some motors. I just don't have anything to weld it with, so I'm hoping at some point I can find somebody with that stuff so they can weld in a new motor for me, because I'd love to get this thing to work again. These things are pretty cool. Here's a couple. These aren't actually made by Shopper. These are called Rough Riders, and these is pretty much what Stompers turned into. These are an LJN toy. Here's my Ferrari. You see it's similar, except for the cars. They don't look as realistic as the Stompers did. This one, for some reason, doesn't work, and I don't know why. Here's another one. This is from a series that had a little stick shift on top, so you could go 2-wheel drive, or backwards to 4-wheel drive. Again, that's another Rough Riders. They're pretty cool. They just, you know, they're more kiddish looking vehicles versus the actual Stomper ones. Alright, moving on to, this is a Stomper Water Demon. Some of you may actually remember these. These were pretty popular. It's got a little switch here, you pull it, turns on. The thing that was cool about these is these were specifically made to go on the water. They have these hollow tires so it could stay afloat, and then the rubber grips on it or act like paddles, so when it gets on the water it can just go. And sticking with just the original Stomper released with pretty much during the time that Bigfoot got real popular. During that era, they created what they called the Stomper Monster.
Monster. A big new Stomper Monster 4x4 Crimson Crusher. Batteries not included. Slide the driver behind the wheel and you can watch its rugged front suspension system smooth out even the roughest roads. And this powerful winch turns tough jobs into child's play. The Stomper Monster 4x4 Desperado and Crimson Crusher, each sold separately from Shopper.
So this does still work. Turn it on. And as you can see, these ones go pretty, and I had a reverse as well. This is actually pretty heavy. It takes 4 C batteries, so it's pretty beefy. I mean, it definitely has some weight. All right, and the next item I have to show you is actually fairly rare and hard to come by, and I have it boxed still, which is really cool.
Now you can have monstrous Stomper adventures on land and sea. With its Stomper Monster Water Demon SRV, it comes with its own research sub and removable driver.
Turn sub, SRV, we're on our way.
With plenty of jet action water power and plenty of Stomper action land power too. Batteries not included. Stomper Monster Water Demon, you can join the adventure. Stomper Monster Water Demon SRV comes with everything shown here from Shopper.
And this is the Monster Water Demon. So pretty much it's just like the Monster Stomper here, but it's of the Water Demon like the one I just showed you. Let me go and take that out. You can see what it looks like. It is pretty much just a giant version of this one here. Same thing, big, massive, hollow tires so it can float on water. And it came with the guy. The guy also came with the Monster Stomper, but I don't have it anymore. And it has this little submarine and a little hook here so you can pretend that you're putting it into the water and stuff. It has a little crank and whatnot. But yeah, these you don't see a ton of these around. This is probably one of my favorites from the Stomper line. And that's it for like my basic Stompers that I have. I don't have a whole lot of them. Unfortunately now, if this is something you want to get into, they're highly expensive, especially the original ones like these here. They go for upwards 50 to 100 bucks plus, depending on which Stomper you're looking for. There are tons and tons to choose from, so if you just want a Stomper, you don't care what make or model you get, you can find some out there that are a little bit cheaper. But there is a niche market for this. People out there know they exist and they want them, and they're paying money for them. So this next line I have to show you, this is also by Shopper. These are considered Stompers. They just kind of went almost like an outer space type set theme with this, and this is called Megastar. And I have several vehicles for this, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, here's one of them here, and most of them come with a little dude that goes in there. I have a couple of the guys. This one here just has little claw grips. And I don't have batteries in this one right now, but it does work. And we have this one here. This one does have a guy in it, as you can see. It's got a little moving gun there. Yeah, unfortunately right now I can't get this one to go. I know it works. I probably just got to grease it, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a light on in there. You can see the light, Matt. Don't know. Alright, here's the next one. This one's kind of cool. It's got treads on it. Little tank. It's got a actual spot for the guy to sit. That's cool. It's got this actual little transport robot thing. Alright, so there's that one. And I got this one here, and I don't believe it's complete. I'm pretty sure it's missing a front section to it, so it's kind of hard to tell which side's what. And it looks like it had a winch here as well. Let me turn this on if I remember where to... There's a switch. There we go. Alright, let's move on. This is one of my favorites right here, and I haven't seen one of these since. This thing can literally go anywhere, as long as you got a good battery in it. It's got 4 treads. The battery's getting kind of low, but it can literally... it's missing one of the little jets back here. I believe that's all it's missing. I don't think there's anything else to it. So this is probably one of my favorites. All right, so I have an aquatic vehicle from Megastar.
Stomper power. Now, a new kind of stomper. Diving devils. They go anywhere. Anywhere on land. Anywhere on sea. And even underwater. Lights on. Ready for battle. Stomper diving devils. Nothing stops them. Rumbling and powering their way in, over, and through. Stomper diving devils work 3 ways. Stomper diving devils, each sold separately. New from Tyco, of course.
These ones are cool. This one has a dude that's inside the little cockpit there. And let's turn her on and see if she's working. Oh, real quick, let me show you the bottom real fast. So you got tank treads and you got a propeller. These ones are really cool because not only could they go on land, they go on water, and even better, these could dive. And you could have these just dive, and with the propeller, it will, you know, propel them to wherever you want it to go. And then, you know, if you have it in a swimming pool or lake, it'll hit the bottom, and then the treads will keep going, so it can just crawl and then whatever, you know. It was a pretty cool toy. I didn't have this exact one. We'll get to that when I was a kid and how I knew about these to begin with. There we go. The battery's getting a little low, but you can see the propeller going. And lastly, this is the exact same one I had as a kid. I went out to the store with my cousin and my aunt, and she bought us each one of these. I had this one, and I believe this might have been the one he had. I don't remember exactly. They were pretty much the same thing. They just weren't the exact same. And I actually still have the shell for the actual one that I owned as a kid. I think it's in my Lego box somewhere. But unfortunately, I lost the innards to it a long time ago. But I did find one some years back to replace it. It took me forever and ever to find this exact one on eBay. Again, these Megastar vehicles, they're not easy to come by, and specific ones don't pop up online that often. Here we go. This one is old, so it's starting to go. There we go. Propeller works on that. Let's move on to the next. All right, and last but not least, this is the biggest stomper vehicle that you could get as far as I know. I've never seen anything bigger than this, but it is really big, and it's pretty much just like a big transport that unfolds into a base. So like this comes out. This opens up. It's got guns and stuff. So, and you can store like those smaller ones. I usually just store in here for storage purposes, you know, just so I can have more room for other stompers in the area that I keep these. And then there's a winch here. I know I'm missing a piece, a part. I believe there was supposed to be a little satellite that goes up here. I don't have that, unfortunately. I do have quite a bit of this, though. Yeah, this back end opens up as well, which is cool. And this is very heavy. This is heavier than the Monster Stomper. It's got the cool tank treads, and it even down here you can see it's got a little bit of movement here, so it can roll over things. It's got these bars up here and then one back here. What that does is when this is going, if it hits a wall, it'll trigger that and it'll go in reverse, so it'll just keep going. Let me see if I can turn this on. Alright, there it goes. Got it going. So you hit this back button. There we go. You got forward motion. You hit, like if you were hit the wall, switch it. You see the light still works on it too. Alright, that's it. That's my Stomper collection. This was one of my favorite childhood toys. I imagine they weren't real expensive because I used to have a bunch more, and my parents would buy these for me. I get these all the time. They came in the same type of package as a Hot Wheel. You know, they were up in a blister pack, and I I got them all the time, and I loved them. I actually have a track too. I went looking for it, I can't find it. So at some point in the future, if I find it, I'll do an update and I'll just show you guys the track that they made for Stompers. They made many tracks. You guys can look them up online and see the different ones that they made. But they're kind of cool. They kind of contain the Stompers. You can kind of bend them around so they can like go up hills and stuff like that. It was real cool. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the toy video. It's been a while since I've done one, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like the retro toys. I hope I showed you something cool that you may not have ever seen before, because like I said, some people I know out there have never heard of Stompers, especially never heard of these Megastars. These are pretty rare, and I don't remember them being on shelves for very long when they did come out. Alright, see you guys on my next video. Game on.